overlay. Oh god, I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed and not forget it. So I can't do anything in the meantime. So what I can do, even with my fingers crossed, is introduce you to our teams tonight, because we have Infused versus Epidemic. Epidemic on the dire side, Infused on the radiant side. And I just have to set myself as offline so you don't see the messages anymore. Done. Even though I don't think you saw it with the overlay there, but never mind. Oh, fingers crossed still. And this is round 3 for the DreamHack Qualifier Summer 2012. We have the third qualifier here. The teams that have already qualified were Xgosu and M5. That's the two that I got through regardless already. Of course, together with the teams that were invited to go there in the first place. Let's see which of one of these teams will be allowed to play in the semi-finals, which will be played tomorrow together with the finals. As a first ban for Infused, we have a very fast first ban. For the Brewmaster, we haven't seen the Brewmaster play today. I have actually personally only seen him play it once in a game that he lost in, but I do recognize his strength. He's just a solid hero that you can do so much with him if you can just micromanage all the little pandas in his ultimate. As soon as you get a Aghanim Scepter up, you'll be able to do that like almost non-stop, and it will be very annoying to deal with. So it's a good hero to ban out. And obviously I forgot to mention he's almost unkillable when he has an Aghanim Scepter up. So we have an Invoker ban, standard. We have a Lycan ban, standard. We have a Darkseer ban, semi-standard. Has been more standard since the games played this weekend, where Darkseer showed his true strength, together with Enigma, have to be said. So that is where the bans are at right now. The first pick will be going to Infuse later on, so they will ban out someone that they don't want to play, but they also don't want to play against him.
10 seconds remaining.
And we will find out shortly what. We of course still have the Furion. We have the Invoker, sorry, not Invoker, I mean the Tidehunter, we have the Windrunner, we have the Chen, not forget the Chen. So still a lot of options to go for. Still got my fingers crossed. I will not forget. I will not forget. They're going into reserve time for this ban. It's quite unusual. Thinking about it really hard, which one do they want to have as the first pick? Lone Druid, forgot to mention him. He is still in, even though he got through the bans and picks in the previous game. There is still strength in the Lone Druid, even though you might not see it all the time. We see the Furion ban. They don't want to play him himself, but they also don't want to have Epidemic pick him. The first pick that they're gonna do is probably then gonna be either Leshrac or Tidehunter or Windrunner, one of those three, or some hero that I forgot about, or Chen. Yeah, could be two. But we're gonna see which one Epidemic don't want to play against. Did I change that? Yes, I did. Cool. Just checking if I have the names properly, which I had. And it seems like Epidemic don't want to face the Chen, so Tidehunter is gonna be the first picker for Infused. Tidehunter with his Ravage is able to turn team fights around, is able to turn games around that way, and he is just a hero that is good to have. Like always. So we're gonna see the Leshrac and the Enigma being picked up by Epidemic. I like Enigma play when it's played good and when it's played aggressively and when we see a lot of black holes. And I hope we're gonna see that. We see the Leshrac at least picked up also, yeah. What can I say about Leshrac? He's just a very solid hero also. He can be dominant early game with nice aggressive with stun, lineups for stuns. And of course the tower pushing already early on if you want to. He can be, and he is still useful late game also. He can continue to push towers. He's just good to have. If you fight near a tower and you have Leshrac by your side, Leshrac will still be able to be in the fight active and still do damage to the towers. And yeah, just has a lot of impact on fights also. A lot of impact on team fights. So both teams now have their team fight sorted, because of course Enigma team fight. Let's see what Infused wants to pick afterwards. They didn't give anything away yet by picking up a Tidehunter. I mean, Tidehunter is always good to have, so we don't know yet what kind of strategy they want to go for. The heroes that are still in, I mean, Windrunner is still in. That's also one of those heroes that you can just pick up and you can basically not go wrong with her. She's always useful. They're gonna go for a Venomancer though. I'm a Venomancer fan, so he's very very useful. Ooh, we might see something that we have seen before in the previous game also. With the they might want to go for the last two picks being an Enchantress and a Lifestealer. Which, yeah, we have seen that in a previous game where they laned the Lifestealer together with the Venomancer and had the Enchantress in the enemy forest next to them on the well, in this case on the hard lane. Well, it's on the hard lane. And they were able to pick off quite a bit of early kills. Let's see if Epidemic is gonna be able to allow him that, because Tulex in Epidemic, who I casted with previous game, did totally see through Infused picks. So I'm expecting him to do so once again. And now I also know that tactic, so that's cool. Learning something new every day. But we're gonna see what they're gonna pick up. If it's gonna be Earthshaker. Earthshaker, very solid. Of course, versus a Broodmother. If you lay down a Fissure, all the little spiderlings will die. Just, you know, that's a very solid hero. And also after level 6, if you're jumping in there, if he after level 6, if he has a Force Staff, or if someone else has a Force Staff to Force Staff him in, or if he has a Blink Dagger, and you jump into a team fight or into a push that has Broodmother and a lot of spiderlings and a couple of enemy heroes, you Echo Slam in it, and all those little spiderlings will echo the damage also, and that's so much damage being done. So Earthshaker is a really, really good pickup here. Let's hope he can have some good impact in some pushings or in some team fights. Because yeah, great anti-pusher of course also. And Venomancer is going to be played as a support here by Infused. So we will see what's going to be on her lane with her. Actually, I just realized that if they pick a Lifestealer and Enchantress, that means that Tidehunter is going to be a solo mid. That might not be all that good thought of. But we're gonna see Omni Knight ban. We saw that from them in the previous game too. According to Tulex, was because the repel can stop the damage from the Venomancer. And repel is just Omni Knight is an underappreciated hero. He does need his farm, granted, but as soon as he has that, makes such a big impact on not only team fights, on everything, on the whole game. But they don't want to fight against him. Not with their lineup, not with their plans. Not with their slows, also. Or slows yet still to get. We might still go for Lifestealer. We see an Enchantress banned by by Epidemic. That means that Tulex indeed was expecting an Enchantress on Infused. Maybe together with a Lifestealer, they might still ban out the Lifestealer if they wanted to. We see a ban out for a Slaughter on the Infused side. Yeah, what can I say about that? It's a good ban. It's a counter towards Broodmother in a way. With amplified damage, you can just see Broodmother, and Broodmother turns into a very squishy spider. It's well, at that point. So it's a solid ban out. Let's see what Epidemic has in store for us for the last ban out. It's gonna be the Lone Druid. I just realized we don't have the Queen of Pain, nor the Windrunner, nor Morana yet. And those are heroes that you usually see picked up pretty fast. I mean, Infused is still missing their solo side lane. No, they have the Broodmother, of course. Sorry, they're missing their solo mid. Unless they do want to try out Tidehunter in the middle, which I'm not quite a fan of, but or at least I haven't seen it successfully. But we will see what they're gonna do with that. I just noticed the names of Infused. They're gonna go for Death Prophet, so that's gonna be their mid hero, I would assume. I like the Death Prophet. She is very strong in pushing. Her silence is so powerful. It's basically that would be the point to pick up the hero of Exorcism. Quite powerful too. But she has a huge global presence, and if you have a team fight and you have the Ravage from Tidehunter, you have a Death Prophet silence and Exorcism, you have the Venomancer ulti going through, that's basically a dead opposite team, because that's just so much damage. The poison from Venomancer's Nova will just tick through, and the Exorcism ghosty thingies from Death Prophet will just finish them off. We will see what Epidemic is gonna pick as a reply to this. They might want to go for something. Well, they don't really have a solo side lane yet. I mean, We're probably gonna see Enigma in the forest with a dual lane with Earthshaker and Leshrac. That means maybe a Shadow Chain wouldn't be a bad idea. That gives them some disable. But then again, a Sand King in the middle could be a good option too. Or Storm Spirit. Huh. They have quite a bit of options still left over. Even though with a Storm Spirit and a Silence on the other side, that might not be the greatest idea ever. I might also still go for a Vengeful Spirit or something, just to have that extra support, and or extra support is also going to be able to come there in a Lich. It's also a solid hero. I do feel like they're being slightly outpicked here, but that will determine well, how Earthshaker and Enigma are going to be played. That will determine if they're going to be outpicked or not. We're going to see how their lanes are going to work out. It's going to be a Lich on a side lane together with well, maybe a tri-lane and then still a side solo lane. I mean, like I said, Queen of Pain is still not out. And I still don't know what they're gonna have as a mid lane, and that could still actually be... Well, they could have Enigma, of course, in their side solo lane, with a tri-lane for the other three, and the last is their mid lane. It's not being picked yet, but they could go... They have... I was gonna say they have a lot of options, but they don't feel like they have all that much options. Ooh, look at that Ricky. Ricky is a good hero, and I am expecting he will be able to rip through the Lich and the Leshrac pretty fast if he gets his farm up fast enough. So let's see if he can do that, because he needs his farm to be able to do that. And if he's facing a Lich is going to be able to deny him farm just by using a sacrifice, and that might be painful for him. Actually, not only Lich can deny creeps, also Enigma can deny creeps with his spawn Eidolons. So that will mean quite a bit less experience and gold for Infused, but they're gonna have to find a way to work around that. And they're gonna have to maybe get some early towers in order to get some gold back that they got denied. We see a sniper pickup for Epidemic. I was not expecting that, but sniper could run in mid pretty solidly, I would expect. But yeah, I just read that I talked too much during the picking phase. Sniff. Sorry for that. Oh well. Oh! Oh, I had my fingers crossed. Look at what I'm doing. There we go. Solid. New overlay. Pretty, right? So let's just go over Epidemic while we have this pause. And see who's playing what. We have Krenich on the sniper. We have Enigma being played by GDN. Sorry. We have Prof Headshot on the Earthshaker. Would be better on the sniper, name-wise, but it doesn't matter. We won't nitpick. We have the Lich being played by Alfak. And last but not least, we have Leshrac being played by 2legs. That means that when we go over to Infused, I am only sure that Shelter is Wagamama. That's it. So, sorry, I'm gonna call those out. So yeah, we have Wagamama, or otherwise called Shelter, on the Broodmother. We have Acronine on the Ricky. Hitmonlee is on the Venomancer. Kadabra on the Tidehunter, and Ditto on the Death Prophet. Sorry for the names. I'm really curious how the sniper pick is gonna work out. I mean, with the silence, I don't think Sniper's gonna get hit by the silence, because he usually tries to be semi-far away and just tries to shoot at stuff without being in the fight himself. Let's see if that's gonna work out for him. He will still be able to pop off his assassinate without stuttering. His assassinate. Yeah, pretty solidly, and of course for the time that he has assassinate on, it will show Ricky for a certain amount, so that might help them also. We have a pause though. Did we see why the pause? No, we don't see why there is a pause. But then again, I learned last Saturday that if there's not a pause, it's not a competitive game. So there we are. Let's see. We already have someone botting. Oh, there's the go already. Nice.
Prepare for battle.
Let's see a Tidehunter playing support. He bought the donkey and a Shmook. So we'll see what comes from that. Ooh, thought the donkey was moving. The donkey was moving, but he's not going to move outside of the base. Cool. So let's see who's in what lane, because that will be interesting to see. Lishrak and Earthshaker, as expected. Oh, it seems like Lich might go for the solo lane. He is definitely able to do that and keep the lane control, because with his sacrifice, he will just be able to deny creeps, and the lane will get pushed out from the Radiant side towards his tower. He's actually a pretty solid solid solo laner. If yeah, he won't get all that much farm, but he will be able to use his Frost Blast basically on cooldown as soon as he can sacrifice quite a bit and get his mana back and stuff. Might be that he's just gonna be here to deny a creep for the Enigma that's gonna solo lane here though. And then Lishrak might go back to the middle and maybe help out Kranich. We're gonna see if that's gonna happen. A dual lane with a Lich and a Sniper is not a bad idea. We're gonna see if that's gonna happen. If there's gonna be 2 creeps denied already here on the bottom lane, that's gonna mean a lot of farm missing. There we go. Let's see where he's gonna go to. Might still also go towards the top lane, but I'm not expecting him to do so. Seems like he is indeed gonna help out Sniper in the middle. And in the middle also we have well, Death Prophet is gonna be versus the middle. Also picked up Circlet. Still has 200 gold. Wants to go for a fast bottle. And yeah, these two will be standing here for a second. And that means we have a triple lane on the bottom side where Enigma is trying to, or will try to get at least some experience when pushing the lane back when spawning Eidolons all the time. Let's see if he's going to be able to do so. He will be up versus Ricky, who will get quite a bit of farm. So I'm wondering if he's going to be able to be shut down early enough. Because he does need to be shut down a little bit, because otherwise he gets his farm up and he will be able to squish off quite a bit of heroes on this side. Meantime, we see Broodmother already on the top lane and already being harassed. Prof Headshot's just letting Broodmother know that there is a ward here. She now knows that. She should have known that because Sentry Ward is only 1 from Prof Headshot, but now she knows a little bit where, and she will be more careful, and she will definitely not try to get any last hits if she thinks she might be even a little bit of trouble. And there might be, because there's a Fissure ready. There will be a follow-up stun if Lishrak is close enough. There's an Edict to do a lot of damage also. So that will be ooh, hello. Quite tricky. It looks like Lich is gonna help out Enigma a little bit. Enigma did get some experience. Another sacrifice. It's gonna leave so little experience for the Ricky, who's now level 2 still. But then again, Enigma's level 1, so he won't level that fast either. But if the Lich is gonna be here, that's gonna be a really tricky lane for him. And we have a little bit of lag once again. Just to let you know, this lag comes from the European servers, from Dota, not from me. Just saying, because I can.
Denied.
In the meantime, we have yeah, Broodmother trying to get a little bit of farm. He doesn't really have a lot. He knows that he's being watched. He has 2 for 1, so he has 2 last hits. Oh, he knows that he's being watched. I was saying that, but then I saw the sentry ward for the Radiant. Looks like he got himself his own pair of sentry wards and counter-warded the sentry ward that was there from the Earthshaker. Earthshaker still has a ward though, so if they want to go on the shelter, Makamama, then you still can. Let's see how the Death Prophet is doing in the meantime. Seems like she's gonna try to get a rune. She will be able to do so. Has a bottle completed. Very nice going for her. Regeneration rune, and we'll be able to spam out quite a bit of crypt swarms. Just to harass. And she has the mana to do so, and she can spam out quite a... If she pops the invisibility... the regeneration rune, she will be able to spam even more. Wow. She is 9 for 3 right now, while Sniper's getting 13 for 5, so is doing quite a little bit better, but with this regen rune she will be able to get a little bit extra more hits, because she won't be afraid to spec her Crypt Swarm. Wow. Words. Words. Meantime, Lishrak is having a good time too, 15 for 8. Don't think... oh, actually Earthshaker got 2 last hits too. Not bad for him. Looks like Broodmother was able to send a couple of creeps towards the towards the tower. She will get the last hits of these if she plays properly there. She does. She gets them both. Nice play. And meantime, Lich is still on the bottom lane, helping out the Lich, denying the experience for the Riki. And we're probably going to see that back in the experience graph. Just checking. Oh, we have a little bit of lag. Wow. Okay, it's not a lot of difference, and actually it's an advantage now for the Radiant, but yeah.
Invisibility.
That's probably because these two here are not getting any experience at all. At least Venomancer isn't. He's still level 2. Well, Tide is level 4. He does need those levels. He does need his Ravage to be of a bit of use. We have an invisible Lich going here. This might turn into a first blood. Gonna have a slow from the Shrapnel on the Death Prophet, who's gonna get a Frost Nova, and I think she'll be able to be fine. She has a regen rune. There we go. Enigma having 16 last hits already. Finally, the lane is pushed out a little bit towards Riki, who's level 3 still. It's just getting denied that much experience is just such a pain for the Riki, who wants to be level 6, wants to be invisible. It's gonna be tricky for him. Enigma is actually higher level than the Riki. Good job from the Enigma, that is. Nice. No trees there, so the creeps take a detour. Well, actually it was a shortcut. Okay, actually got a shortcut. Spawn Spiralings on Shrek actually does a lot of damage. And yeah, just finishes up the spiders. Actually quite worth it if you got all the last hits from that. Hello Lich, where are you going? Yeah, where is he going? Gonna we get an exclamation mark from Riki? There is a word here so they could see him. So that Death Prophet knows that she should be careful. We see Venomancer placing a word just to make sure to know where he's going. Trying to figure out where he's going. And Tidehunter and Venomancer are killing a bit of creeps in the jungle. Actually pulling their own creeps along with it, just to be able to try to get the lane back a little bit. Just so that Riki can get a little bit of farm. Oh, hello. There is another sentry ward from Earthshaker. Let's see, Broodmother still has her sentry ward. She's gonna try, well, she's gonna notice soon, I hope for her, that they have a ward there so she can counter ward that. But we will see if that's gonna happen. She should know it. There we go. The creeps were attacking her. While there were other creeps there, so she should know now that there is a ward there, especially now, since they're following her. Yeah. Let's see if she's gonna place a ward anytime soon. In the meantime, we see something being brought to the Death Prophet. It was her face boots now complete. She will be able to chase so fast. She is level 6. She's gonna try to probably maybe get a little bit of tower here. Let's denying some creeps to her. Nah, she's not gonna go for towers yet. She still has 2 charges on the bottle though. I'm surprised that we haven't seen a real gank yet, apart from the Lich. That was a real gank. Okay, I know. It was.
Denied.
I would expect at least Tidehunter... Where is Tidehunter? Okay. At least Tidehunter and Venomancer doing something and... doing something. Nah, he's waiting for the creep spawn. He's gonna... Yeah. I think he's gonna just get these. And push the creeps back with that. And he's gonna eat through a tree here so that he can push this or pull this creep wave with that. Probably. He's gonna check for a rune, which is not there yet. Well, 8 minutes, so it's on the top lane. Now they know that too. They don't have their own ward here, but the communication is remarkable. And now they don't know that there is a regen rune here, or at least there was a rune there because it was on the bottom lane. We've gone pretty long without a kill. I think it's time for a kill. 8 minutes without a kill? Seriously? It's okay though. A little bit of harassment from Kranich. He is able to spam his assassinate now. Well, as far as his mana lets him. Doesn't have a bottle. Doesn't seem to be wanting to go for those runes either. So far it's just good. See, Venomancer trying to get a little bit of experience from Ricky, who's still not level 6. I think that Enigma oh, Enigma is not level 6 either, okay. So that's fine. Regeneration rune on the Death Prophet, who indeed went for her exorcism and is gonna try to push the tower a little bit. And we'll probably be able to do that. Yeah. Sniper did pop his shrapnel, just to distract the creep wave a little bit. But the exorcism ghost will do their job and just continue to do a little bit of damage bit by the tower. And if she does it a couple times more, the tower will drop. That's all they need. Patience. Patience is a virtue. Oh, hello. So we see Offak roading to the top lane. Only feeding Broodmother experience so far though. Oh, look at that damage from the spawn spiralings. And again, a split earth just to top that off. Just in case. Just in case. He has a soul ring too, so he can just spam his spawn spiralings whenever he wants to. We have another sniper ultimate going off. And once again not killing Prophet. She still has